Welcome to Fit Talk with Coach Luis. If you're serious about getting fit, then this is your show. This is a podcast where fitness enthusiasts share all the ups and downs, the challenges, and the victories on their fitness journey. Now, here's your host, Coach Luis.
All right, guys, welcome again to another edition of Fit Talk with Coach Luis. This time, we are here with the amazing Mike with the Beers and Burpees Charity, and also with Jamie, a really great trainer that works really hard day in and day out, and she's also one of the ambassadors for Beers and Burpees. So with all that being said, let's get it started, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you got it. It's my pleasure. I'm really happy to talk to everyone about what it is that you guys do and how you're helping the community so much by, helping everybody with the charity you're doing, raising these monies and these just more awareness for everything. So for the people that don't know what Beers and Burpees is, can you give us a little bit of a background?
Sure. Yeah. So it's a charity fitness event, and my wife and I started it 9 years ago, and it's a boot camp style workout. So it's kind of general exercise. It's not specific to any type of training, and it's a partner workout, and it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to do. And there's different exercises like, of course, burpees. There's some running, pull-ups, push-ups, some box jumps, a couple other things. And you and your partner do that for 25 minutes. It's 3 rounds of those exercises. And what makes this event pretty unique is we have beer involved in it. And It's optional, but most of the people do it. And basically, if Jamie and I were doing the workout together, it's a round which takes us about 6-7 minutes, and then we share a beer, and we do that 3 times. So it's 3 beers total between 2 people shared across those 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah. And as you mentioned, it's a charity event, so we donate 100% of the proceeds to special needs kids here in Charlotte through the Dream on 3 charity. So
love that.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
it in a nutshell.
Nice.
Did I leave out anything?
No, that was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. So I heard you're gonna do the 7-minute partner workout today. Is that right?
Well, we have the beer.
You do that.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't bring the right clothing. Sorry.
Next time.
Yeah, well, maybe Bruce and I will do it.
There you go.
So give us a little bit of the backstory of this. Like, what brought this to fruition?
Yeah. So, I started myself CrossFit about 9 years ago, and after doing it for about 6 months or so, I just had a party at my house. So it was literally in my house, in the front yard, in the garage, and we invited 40 friends over, and we did this workout, and we bought everyone food and beer, and we just had a good time. And then the second year we did it, we said, everyone that we're bringing, they all have jobs, they all make a good living, and they're all coming for free. I said, let's charge them, right? Let's charge them $20 to come, and we're going to donate all that money. So we donated the first year $1,500. We donated to Wounded Warriors, and we raised $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the years went on, we just started saying, instead of us buying the beer and the pizza, let's see if someone will donate it, and maybe we can find some other companies to donate some things. And it just started snowballing. And the second year, I think we had 100 people, and after about 5 years, in about 3 hours in our garage in the pouring rain, we raised almost $20,000, had 200 people, and everyone kept saying, Mike, you got to move this out of your house. The neighbors called the police. We had porta potties and tents set up in our yard, and it just needed to be moved and open. It was really a private event at that point.
Right.
And then we finally said, all right, let's just literally get a website. Let's invite it, open it to the public. Let's get other gyms involved. And we did that about 4 years ago now. And we had it, the first year we opened it up, I think we had about 500 people there, raised about $30,000. Last year was our 8th annual. We had about 1,300 people attend the event and raised $150,000.
It's amazing.
And this year, we'll talk about it more later, but numbers are through the roof, and we're hoping to raise over $175,000. And it's from, we do that. It's more than my wife and myself, obviously, at this point. We have a committee of 8 or 9 people. We have ambassadors, and we have 40 to 50 gyms that partner with us. Yeah. And really make this unique because it's a community event. How it evolves. It
really is, and that's what I think is so amazing about it. That the people that are participating in it are all local. Yeah. So it's everyone's helping each other out. Local businesses are helping each other out. It's more of a health community coming together for just one amazing reason, and it's all selfless. There's no one's making you're not making money off of this. You're using all that money to donate it to a very, very big need. So, hats off to you guys for doing that. I mean, for the first event to have been 500 people, that's big.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. So I actually went to the 6th one a couple years back, and that was a lot of fun.
Across at Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. 106.5 was out there.
Yep.
So, it's really good when you get more of the local, radio stations, more local communities and businesses to help out, and then everyone, it helps each other out. You promote each other, you help each other, and you just help everyone grow. So really, really, really good stuff. So about your ambassadors, tell me a little bit about that. How did that, what made you guys decide, hey, let's do a little ambassador program and this and that? Can you tell us a little about that?
Sure. So, we just needed ways to get more involved in the community and in different areas of the community, the fitness community. So I came from the CrossFit background, but over the last few years, we've gotten in touch with some influential people in the fitness industry outside of CrossFit. It might be boot camps, Orange Theory, other boutique type fitness areas within Charlotte. And these are people that we go out to, and they don't get paid $1. They don't get a percentage of people they sign up, nothing, right? We just go out to them and we say, we are looking for people who are influential in the fitness area and have a passion for charity and want to help out this event. And, not everyone says yes because they don't have time. They're doing other things. But like Jamie and the other ambassadors we have, they're great. They volunteer. They're here. They're coming to events, and they're getting their friends and their people, their followers to join our event. So we have 12 this year, and they're a big part of the success of the event and bringing out their following to our event.
Yeah, exactly. Again, more people coming together for the same purpose, to raise awareness. That's excellent. Love it.
Yep.
And we have one of them is Jamie that we have here today. So, thanks
I think it's
also
really
for
cool.
that.
It's a great way to kind of bring everybody down to the same level almost,
Absolutely.
and just like every community, everyone has their own pockets of where they work or who they hang out with or who they train, all of that. But then this event kind of brings us all to the same place, and we're all working on the same thing for the same reason. Yeah. So it's really cool to be able to interact with other people in the community that maybe I wouldn't have been able to. Right. So in a way, for us too, it's great to meet other people and to really expand our fitness community, personally, as well as out in Charlotte.
It's true that you said, and then also another thing I thought about is you get to work with people that are on so many different levels.
Exactly.
So someone that may not be like your background was a CrossFit background. Yeah. Maybe with these events you meet someone that their background is more of a bodybuilding background, but it doesn't matter. It's all fitness. Right. It's all health related. So you all come together. Yep. Doesn't matter what level you're in fitness wise. So everyone just comes there with the same purpose. So that's a beautiful thing when you get to see everyone different levels just working together for one goal. So that's just so great. I like that a lot.
And surprisingly, there's no egos, right? There's no
No,
competition.
not at all.
Because they don't get incentives like we talked about, and it's just people going out there and trying to get their following. And it's amazing all the different backgrounds. Everyone, they get along. They come to these pre-events that we have throughout the summer, and it's just cool to see all these different people from different areas just kind of working together and trying to raise money. And it's nice. It is
really, really nice. I like that a lot. And it's all you're giving is your time. So our time is so valuable. As we know, we're all busy. We're all doing things. You have your own thing you do outside of here, but you're taking your time out to do this as well as Jamie. So everyone has things they're doing, but to take that time, that is the biggest gift you can give is your time more than anything else. So that's great when people actually do that. And so you did say that everyone drinks a beer, well, 3 for the event. So how does anyone ever get sick?
Yeah, no, we have not had that. So this is our 9th year. We probably have about 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the people actually drink the beer. It's optional, of course. Yeah. And but it's interesting, even though it's only 3 beers. When you're running, you can talk about it. When you're running 200-300 yards and then trying to do burpees and you just drank a half a beer, it's not easy, right?
It's not easy. Yeah, it adds a different element of challenge to the workout for sure.
That's another extra piece of the workout.
The trick is to partner up with someone and then just tell them that you don't drink beer and then they have to drink all 3. That's the trick.
It's funny. That's kind of like what I did when I did it the one time because sometimes people get that misconception. They're like, wait a minute, Beers and Burpees, oh my God, if we're going to be over there, they're going to be drunk over there, or what the heck's going to be going on over there? So, and it's not at all. Yeah. Like I said, when I went, it was a blast. Yeah. It was a blast. And they really said it, and I like the fact that, you guys made a point of saying that at the event that it's optional. You know, obviously you don't have to, but if you do, it's, you know, fantastic, great. That's kind of the whole thing of it, you know. So it was really good, and that's what I did. The person that I partnered up with, I was like, I don't really drink much beer, so can you help me out? Sure. So it was good, yeah, absolutely.
And it is, I mean, it is a family event. We have a kids division, right? It's all, so our event is all day. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Every 40 minutes, like clockwork, we have 90 to 100 people doing the workout, right? And it takes them 25 minutes. We cap it at 25 minutes. We get a 15-minute break for the next group to get ready. We do it again every 40 minutes. And right in the middle of the day, we have our kids event. Yeah. It's called Brownies and Burpees.
So cute.
Oh, I love that.
And it's ages 4 to 12.
Okay.
And they're eating brownies, right? So they're eating a brownie, and then they're going to do a workout. It's a little different workout for the kids, and they love it, and they have a great time. And we have free kids activities all day long: bounce houses, face painting, at the event. So it is it's a family event. And what's cool too is these kids that we sponsor through Dream on 3, the past kids of the last 7-8 years, they come back to the event. So they are what we call our starters. So we'll introduce before the 11 o'clock heat, we'll bring up Fonz, who we sponsored in 2015. And we'll introduce him, and we give him the mic to kind of quickly say who he is. But he took over the mic last year and talked for like 5 minutes. And it was great. It was the best part of the event.
That's good.
He tells his story, what the dream meant to him, and then everybody realizes kind of and reminded why we're out here. Sure, we can get a good workout pretty much anywhere, but it's cool because it's big. We have these dream kids coming back, and then we do these what we call dream reveals at the event. So we bring new kids. They don't know why they're coming. They think maybe they're coming just because their mom's doing a workout, and they walk up there, and we tell them in front of the crowd, surprise them in front of everybody that their dream, that their dream to meet LeBron James or Drew Brees or whoever it might be is going to happen. They're going to meet them next week, and it's a big surprise, and it's revealed there in front of everybody, and that's the highlight of the event.
That's what it's all about right there, for sure. Yeah. And so. Wow, yeah, that's good. It gives me goosebumps. Something thinking about that, you know.
It's just like you think, you know, that big surprise, you know, that big moment, and we do that 2-3 times in front of everybody, and it's cool. It's what keeps people coming back.
Exactly, that's what it's all about.
You will cry at this event at least once.
There's no way you can't. I mean, if you don't cry there, I don't know, there's something wrong with you. I don't know, but it's gonna be so emotional.
It is, and I think it's really cool to that they have an adaptive portion of Beers and Burpees as well. And I remember last year just being on the sidelines. I was finished with the event, and then you saw a couple like paraguide, trainers and their athletes running with, and these are athletes who are visually impaired, and they're doing this workout right alongside with everybody else, and they have their guides with them, and just watching that and seeing that is like the most inspiring, amazing thing. And I went over and I talked with them, and actually this year I might I'm going to train to do one of the heats with one of the athletes that I'm super excited about. But I think it's just a great way to show everybody that there's ways for fitness for everyone, and to start them young with like the kids division, and then also through any sort of disability or impairment that there's a place for everybody there.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's another big thing about it too, that you're giving these kids a big vote of confidence that they may not have had they not had this opportunity to be part of the Dream on 3 and being able to do all these things, these workout stuff. That gives them a lot of their self-esteem, which is really, really good. And then other kids that end up hearing about it, know about it, then they can also participate also. So it's the things there's so much. How many, more or less, like how many?
We had almost 100, maybe 110 kids do our brownies last year. We hope to make that bigger each year. Yeah. And then, like Jamie was mentioning, the adaptive division. There's the visually impaired athletes. There's athletes in wheelchairs, right? There's athletes missing an arm, and they're doing the same workout as us, right? They have some modifications. We have a professional trainer who works with adaptive athletes that will scale the exercises based on their abilities. But we had 25 of them doing the workout. And what's another thing I like about the event, of course I'm a little biased, but these adaptive athletes, they're free. So everyone else has to pay to join our event. It's $100 for a team of 2. We waive that fee completely for adaptive athletes. And we do that because, I've learned over the years through working with Amanda that these individuals, they have bills, medical bills that you and I don't have. They have to pay for special transportation, doctors. They might not get equal wages from, a job perspective because of their condition as well. So we don't want to invite them to an event where they might not financially be able to attend. So we waived the fee for all adaptive athletes and adaptive kids. And we probably had a dozen adaptive kids in wheelchairs doing the Brownies event last year. And that's my other favorite part of the event, and it's great.
I bet it is, yeah. So can you give a little bit of a background on Dream on 3?
Sure.
In case some people that may not know what it is.
Yep.
And maybe that can help them also help out.
Sure. So Dream on 3, it's a wish-granting organization here in Charlotte, and they make sports dreams come true for kids with chronic illnesses, developmental disabilities, or other life-altering conditions. Okay. And it's kids locally here to Charlotte, so they get referred through the hospitals or doctors within the Charlotte area. And again, all their dreams are sports dreams, but those dreams can happen any place. Dream on 3 is taking kids to Hawaii, California, Seattle, all four corners of the country. And they don't only take the kid, but they take the kid and the immediate family. And they provide a 2 to 3 day experience for the kid and their family to completely get their mind off of their, the situation that they're in, the challenges they have, and just to give them a dream come true and to meet their sports hero. So it's awesome. And we sponsor kids from our event for that Dream on 3 experience.
That's really, really good. And the fact that they're local again.
Yep.
Local. Keeping it local in the community. That's the way to do it. Yeah. And then still being able to help out outside of Charlotte, which they do. That's a really great thing that they're doing too.
Yeah.
And so can you tell us a little more about various charities that you support via the event?
Sure. The vast majority of the money that we raise goes to Dream on 3. I think it's probably somewhere 95% of the money we raise. We do also donate a little bit to the Charlotte Rolling Hornets.
Okay.
Those are the kids that come out and do the event in the wheelchairs. It's a kids wheelchair basketball team here in Charlotte, and they travel all around the country playing basketball. And some of their kids are the kids that actually have been sponsored by our event through Dream on 3. So it's a tight family there. It's all intertwined.
Absolutely.
And so we donate some money to them. We also do an event called Christmas in July that's happening just here in a couple of weeks. And it's just what it sounds like. It's Christmas in July. We go to Levine's Children's Hospital, and we get donations from Targets, from Walmarts, from individuals. We do a toy drive, and we bring a bunch of presents, and we bring a Santa Claus. And we are in the lobby there at Levine's Children's Hospital, and the kids come down for 2 to 3 hours, and Santa gives them presents. And we have Rita's Ice there. We have Queen City Pretzels donating pretzels. And again, we just work with different companies to make this happen, and we do a lot of legwork on our side to keep it, the cost low or zero on our side, so we can do more. Right. And we have these companies donate things, including the presents, and we give them to the kids.
Very nice.
So far, those are the 3 main charities that we work with.
That's so great. Thank you for doing that, and also all your other companies local that are out there that are supporting.
Yep.
Beers and Burpees. Thank you guys too, because it takes all of us as a team to be able to make things this amazing happen for all these kids that they really need it, and they really appreciate it. I mean, that means the world to these kids. So that's
Thank you.
So how is this event different in terms of how it's the community pitching in to make all of this happen?
Yeah, so I mean, we talked about it a little bit. Jamie, you see it a lot. She's involved in a couple different gyms. I mean, we rely on the 40 to 50 gyms that we partner with to bring their membership. We rely on Jamie and ambassadors to bring their following out there, and it's really that community. We're not one gym. I work myself full time for a bank, and we just do this on the side. So we're not raising money for our gym. We're not trying to promote one gym, one company. It's just a bunch of people, a bunch of moms and dads and other people that are out there trying to pitch in together. We like to say it's the Charlotte Fitness Communities event. I mean, what do you see a lot?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, it's true. Like, there's a lot of, I think if you, like I was saying a little bit before, if you kind of take all of us in one room, usually our main goal is the same, whether we work for that gym or this gym or whatever it is. So to bring us all together to focus on the same goal, which is to help people, it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a no-brainer to want to participate in this event with how much it helps people, and just how much you yourself are humbled and you can benefit from that experience personally, not just physically doing the workout,
right.
But just by stripping away a lot of maybe ego or whatever it is,
Absolutely.
and being able to be humbled and say like, wow, this is an event that we're all here for the same reason, to help these kids, and that's really kind of what life is about. That's what
true.
everything's about. So it's a no-brainer, I think, for most people of the community.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
And like you said, you all come together. And you're just like, okay, use me. What can I help? How can I help? It doesn't matter if you're the owner of a company. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner trainer in that gym. Doesn't really matter. You're there for just one thing, and it's not like one person trying to take the lead over the other. It's just like, let's work together to make this happen. And that's what makes this such a beautiful thing. And there's no better feeling than to give.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that with nothing wanting in return, you know. That's why it's such an amazing event. That's why it's growing so much, I think, because there's nothing like giving your time for such an amazing, for a cause, for such an amazing cause, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You leave that event extremely fulfilled.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And it happened I remember the first time I did the event, and it was actually by chance. Sydney Cummings was the ambassador, who she is the most wonderful human on earth. But she couldn't be there, and she randomly just reached out, and she was like, do you want my ticket to do it? And I was like, yes. And so I went, and as soon as I went there, and I got into the space, and I saw everything, I was like, oh my gosh. First of all, I don't want to leave, ever. Like, it just was such like a fulfilling space for me, and then when I left, I said literally in my head, I'm like, my goal one day is to, like, be a part of this in some way. And so then a couple years later, Mike asked me, and it's awesome.
But it's funny how we usually, like, you had that mindset. You're like, this is what I really want to do and be a part of this. I really do feel that we pave our way to get to that point, as long as we don't have any type of ulterior motive, when it's just really just to be giving and helping, and you kind of pave that path to where other people see that by, like, you know, by your postings or however you do live your life with your fitness and your health, and then other people see that, and that attracts you. You know, that whole quote, your vibe affects your tribe. You know, so you come together with people with that same mindset, and you just stick together, and then now you're an ambassador for them. So, I mean, it all works out, you know?
Very lucky. I'm excited.
It's awesome. So Mike, I hear you have your own beer now?
Yeah, so so we're actually here today. We're having a Sugar Creek Blood Orange IPA, but Sugar Creek is our beer sponsor this year. Noda was last year, and Sugar Creek is awesome, and they are developing and making a brand new beer for us, and it's going to be branded Beers and Burpees. It's going to be coming out actually just in a few weeks. We have a big boot camp that Jamie, of course, is helping lead and coach July 27th. So that's here in Charlotte, and at that event, hopefully our beer is going to be ready. People will be able to have it, but hopefully when you come to our event September 21st, of course, Sugar Creek is going to be there with a number of their beers, but we're going to be drinking the Beers and Burpees. It's a session IPA. It's going to be awesome.
That is awesome.
And
they don't go light on the beer. If you're drinking IPAs.
It is a lighter one. It's actually only like 3.9%.
Okay.
So it is a lighter IPA,
it's not like a Bud Light.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great tasting beer, and they're a big part of the event, Sugar Creek, helping out, donating a lot of their services. So we're excited to have them here, and it helps us. And they're gonna be canning it as well. So
nice, very nice. When I go there, I'm bringing a Sharpie. I want a signed one with all you guys.
There you go.
And I'm never gonna drink it. It's gonna stay in the fridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that myself. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, right? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, well, congrats on that. That's a big thing. That's fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, it's more of your name being out there now. You know, more people get to know about it.
For us, it feels like we made it. We used to have Coors Light and Bud Light at our house, which are great, right? And then we have to go and buy some beer. Not only do we have a beer sponsor, but they're canning our beer. It has our logo on it. It tells our story on the side.
I mean,
I'm gonna have a couple of cases like around our bed, and
and
all the
your nightstand.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Your
My wife
nightstand's
doesn't know
gonna be
that,
there.
but, it's gonna happen.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, his side's gonna be all the Beers and Burpees cans and everything and stuff. Nice. I like that. A little briefcase of Beers and Burpees.
Yeah, I got some good ideas here. We're gonna have to do this.
There you go. So, all right, and then what about any other events that you do throughout the year? Which ones do you have?
Our biggest one is coming up July 27th. We have Jamie, Rob Johnson, Jen from Emerge, and Sarah Pay doing some yoga. So it's a 2-hour boot camp plus yoga kind of stretching. And it's a fundraiser. That one's actually going to go to the Charlotte Rolling Hornets. but we're expecting 150, maybe 200 people there. You think?
I say 200.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome, and they're going to be running people around for an hour and a half.
At least.
And it's going to be great. So that's
Yeah.
July 27th, and then we do some more kind of brewery stops over the summer just to kind of get our name out, right? So people know about the September event, and then we talked about the Christmas in July, July 13th.
Yeah.
So those are the big things we have planned this year. But one thing we didn't get to yet that I want to mention, early bird pricing ends June 30th, right, which is 3-4 days away.
Okay.
Last year, at the end of June 30th, we had 209 people signed up. Right, which was good, 209 people, and then we ended up with 900 athletes last year. This year, already today, right, we still got a few days, we were almost at 700 people signed up.
Wow.
Right, and we're not and we still have 3 months to go towards the event.
Yep.
So we fully anticipate the event selling out this year. It's 350% increase of what we were last year, 350%. So
Wow.
it's unbelievable. Every day I keep refreshing my phone and registrations are coming in. So people like it. They like the charity. They like the event. And then I think they love the community aspect. So
Absolutely.
we're pumped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, so really quick then, I don't remember if we talked about it, but when they go to the event itself,
Yes.
what exercises do they do besides burpees and beers?
Yep. So it starts, if Jamie and I are partners, she's going to be in the lead, of course. We're going to do it. We're going to share a beer.
At least a lap.
We're going to share a beer, and then
You're
we're
on the
doing.
beer drinking part.
Yeah, she actually is good at drinking, great at drinking beer.
Well, now I know. Good. Good.
Hers is almost empty. So it's a 250-meter run that we both do together.
Okay.
And then we come back and we share the rest of the exercise. I mean, we split them however we want. It's 25 slam balls,
Okay.
25 burpees, 25 push-ups or pull-ups, and then 25 box jumps or step-ups, either one. So it's 4 exercises, a run, and drink a beer. That's round 1.
Okay.
It'll take you 5 to 7 minutes,
Okay.
and you do that 3 times. So that's where it's a 20 to 25-minute workout, capped at 25 minutes,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
What's the hardest part?
Yeah. Oh man. Probably drinking the beer and running.
And
I
running.
was going to say that. That was for
Maybe.
me. That was it.
At least
Yeah.
for like the first
Yep.
you know,
First round
few
2.
ra-
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah, I was
first
like,
few yards,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, I'm good. Once
Yeah.
you make it around the end of the beer, just let the beer settle.
Yeah.
That's the advice.
it's a fantastic concept. I love it. I mean,
Yeah, it's really
We
cool.
appreciate you having us on, and
It's my-
the photographers,
my
DAW
pleasure.
Photography, and everyone else.
Bruce,
Bruce.
the man,
These
the
guys
myth,
are out here
the
doing,
legend.
doing their thing, and we appreciate their support. And
Yeah.
you and Bruce and everybody else, you guys are the one, and Jamie are the ones that make it happen. We just kind of try to organize it and get people together. So
Cool.
we're pumped, and we appreciate you guys.
Oh, of course, I'm honored to have you guys on here, and just really is what it's all about. Like you said, everyone coming together and just giving their time to raise more awareness for such an amazing, amazing charity event that you guys put together. So
Thank you.
seriously, thank you guys, for being here. And and then we're gonna take a quick little break, and then we'll be back with Jamie
Okay.
to talk about her stuff and see what she's all about.
Sounds
So
good.
stay tuned, guys.
You're listening to Fit Talk with Coach Luis.
All right, guys. Thank you for taking a little brief pause, and now we are back with Coach Jamie.
Hey.
So thank you for hanging out with us and
Thanks for
and-
having me.
and talking a little bit more about what you do. We all know you're an amazing coach, and a little bit about
Wow.
Jamie. You are an amazing coach. All
I
right.
coach.
Yeah, you are humble, and that is good.
I coach.
Humble is humble. Like I dabble.
I dabble in it here and there.
I throw a few weights around.
Yeah.
But you're located in Charlotte as well,
Mm-hmm.
and you specialize in pregnancy and postpartum athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you're a butt-kicking coach, and you can find her at the Primal Fight gym, and that's at 2400 Park Road. I shot that right?
Primal Fight is the name of the class that I teach.
Okay.
And then
Oh, is that block?
Block, yeah.
That's right. See?
Block is the studio, and then I teach Primal Fight classes.
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool. So now I got it right. So
Yeah, no, but Primal Fight, and it's funny because we say that, or if we say it in conversation, people are like, what?
Yeah.
Primal Fight, that sounds like there's a bunch of caged animals in a room, like, fighting each other.
Gladiators.
What is it? But to kind of clear the air on what Primal Fight is,
Mhm.
primal movements are just movements you're born able to do really well. So
Okay.
like the basic primal movements, push, pull, gait, all of those movements that tend to get lost throughout age, as you get older, the mobility and being able to do those primal movements. If you picture crawling, babies do them. It's a natural progression for babies. As we get older, how often do we just crawl around? So we don't do those primal movements very often. And then with our jobs, a lot of us are sitting a lot, or we travel, so we're sitting down driving, and we just lose a lot of those basic fundamental human movements. So our workouts are all based on bringing back those movements into everybody's daily life, and obviously through the workouts that we do, that's the basis of it. And then we just add equipment or weights to kind of reinforce the proper primal movements. And then it's called Primal Fight because we box during my classes. It's just, as a portion of the class. It's not the whole class. But
I like that.
Yeah, so that's basically what Primal Fight is.
And I've seen a few of the posts where I see you guys doing this stuff. It's pretty intense work.
It's fun. Yeah. It's really fun. And the best part about the workouts is that it's extremely scalable. So you don't have to have any experience in boxing. You don't have to have any experience in working out at all. All of our trainers, we know how to adjust or accommodate or give modifications for people who are just coming in. So it's not an intimidating space. And that's something that we get, I think, the most said about Block is that we're all very welcoming, and it's you're instantly kind of part of the Block family the second you walk in the door. So it's a really cool experience, and it's not even just because I work there. I think if I were even just a member of the community, it'd be a spot where I would feel comfortable and I'd want to be a part of.
That's good to know that. Yeah. That's nice. That's good to know. So give us a little background on yourself. Like what got you into fitness and wanting to be a trainer?
I grew up, I was always athletic. I played sports my whole life. I was kind of like the tomboy of my family. I have two older sisters, and always been, into soccer and baseball. And because when I was growing up, we didn't have softball. You couldn't play softball until you were 13, and so I played baseball with the boys until I was 13. Yeah. And then I switched over to softball, which has been my main focus through the first, portion of my life now. So I went to college and I played softball at my university, which was the best experience of my life, and just going through the training there. And I really fell into the fitness side of sports and athleticism during college. Yeah. So I loved waking up at 6 a.m. and going with your team to run 3 miles, and then sleeping, and then going back to the gym for your first round of trainings and practice. And I loved just going at it all those different ways. And I always say that, I went to college to play softball, but I got a degree in teaching. Yeah. It's just how it is. You're so true. Devoted to it. And so through that's where I really fell in love with the fitness side of life and the way it made me feel, and how it benefited me in all aspects of my life, mentally, emotionally. It was kind of like my therapy to go running. And, and so after college, I picked up running because I just needed something to fulfill that, feeling of competition. And so then I did that. I had a great job down here. I was a teacher. So I've been a teacher. I was a teacher for about 6 years. And I taught kindergarten, and then middle school, language arts, and then special education was my degree. So I taught in EC classes within that middle school. And through teaching, I always maintained some sort of fitness. So, being part of a gym and running, all that stuff was still a huge part of my life. And I've always thought about, one day I want to know everything. Like, I want to study and I want to learn. I want to learn, like, why do we do this movement? Like, what should I be doing instead? And I just wanted to learn the science, and I loved learning about anatomy and the body and muscles and how everything works together. Yeah. And so through that, I then had my own daughters, I had kids, and I was out of teaching. So I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was doing that for a while, and I started getting like an itch, and like I feel like there's something missing. Like I feel like I'm not fully fulfilled. And that's when I realized that now's the best time for me to really focus on that other part of me that's always been kind of like nagging in my brain. Yeah. And so then I studied, and then got certified quite a few years ago, and then just began teaching.
Yeah.
And I started off like at the Y and teaching different boot camp style classes, which was awesome. And to me, it was a great way to incorporate two things that I love: teaching, which is a huge passion of mine, and also fitness.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, I feel like I just created the best sandwich for me.
That is so funny that you just said that, because that's what I was thinking about. Was you were kind of, again, gearing your path towards that being like, that was your end game. You love teaching and you love fitness. You had the teaching background already, and then you got the fitness background. You just put them all together, and that's why you're a trainer now.
Yeah,
you're teaching people how to get better.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
My favorite part of it is the teaching side of it and the creating. So one of my favorite parts while I was teaching would be like create lessons and find a different way of teaching something maybe boring or simple. And so that's how I feel with fitness, and that's what I love about training and group fitness, is coming up with creative ways to make people stronger.
Right.
And so it's, I don't know, for me it just feels like the best place.
Yeah. And the fact that you do those Primal Fight classes, that's also very creative too.
Yeah.
You're constantly moving, you're coming up with different things, different movements, just to keep it fun, but you're also getting such a really, really good benefit out of those movements. So that's good. And you're always learning too,
Oh yeah.
You're constantly learning, and there's new things you can do for more of the functional fitness side of things. I mean, for women that are postpartum, you have to be very what's the word I'm looking for? You have to be able to change a lot and be able to adjust, because everyone's so different,
Yeah, and that's another reason why, I mean, there are many reasons why I decided to start to specialize in pregnancy and postpartum fitness, but I just saw such a need in the way that moms are trying to come back after having their babies. And I would get a lot of personal training clients who were moms just extremely frustrated and feeling broken and not like themselves again, or yet, so through that I was like, there's something missing. I need to find this missing link between, having a mom. You shouldn't have a child and give up who you are and how you, and your happiness and how you feel about yourself. And so I feel like I've found that missing link, and to be able to provide the service to moms, pregnant and postpartum, that will get them on the right path to feeling like themselves again, is the best feeling.
Right. And then you did that. You bridged that gap that was there, where, like you said, and that's another very kind of obsolete, in a sense, old mindset of, you can't work out. You're having a kid. Like, you have to, of course, yes, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful, but you can. And then it's actually more beneficial for the mom to do that. And then, of course, postpartum, the same thing, small progressive steps, but you can. You don't have to just be like, I can't do anything.
Right.
I had a child, I can't do anything now, I'm done. Like, that's not right. And the fact that you're helping them understand that is very valuable.
I think it's important to see that there are almost two different sides of that spectrum. So you have people, which we call like the athlete mindset, or people who have always been into fitness, loved working out, were maybe extremely athletic growing up, maybe loved like triathlons and competing. Then they have their kids and they try to go do all that stuff right away. And then what ends up happening is they're not realizing and taking the time to recognize that their body has changed, everything's different. You need to take the time to rehab in a way to get yourself strong and back to, a place of stability before you try to load and, go with attacking your whatever those goals. You'll get there, but you just have to be able to progress. And then there's the other side of the spectrum that's, like you said, it's like, I had a baby, I have kids, I'm done. Like, my fitness, my goals, my self-confidence doesn't really matter anymore because I had kids, and so they don't do anything. So there is definitely that happy medium, and this is what I'm trying to show everyone, that you just rebuild, reheal. If you break your shoulder, or you dislocate your shoulder, you go to rehab to fix it, to rebuild it before you go throwing a baseball.
Right.
And these moms, they have these babies, and it's trauma. It's trauma growing the baby, it's trauma delivery, and then they just try to go back to doing what they're always doing, and it just doesn't work.
No. And I know that feeling about dislocated shoulder very well. It happened to me twice, so
Oh my gosh.
I know it's can't lift 2 pounds.
Right.
It's insanely frustrating, but you have to let your body recuperate, do the rehab, just give it the time, like, trust the process of it, and then you'll get back to it eventually. But it takes time, and then of course, giving birth is so much more of a trauma than just a dislocated shoulder. So
Right. There's a
even
lot
more,
going on. Yeah, a lot of changes.
It is. Okay, so then, since we're on that topic of old mindsets, one that I've been getting from my listeners lately is that they're scared, and of course, more for the women. They've asked me is that they're scared of lifting heavy and be too manly. So, can you being a strong woman trainer, can you? You are.
Yeah.
Can you shed a little bit of light on that?
Yeah. To me, that is always a really funny thing that people still kind of say. In a way, it's almost like that old school way of thinking, where now I think where we've progressed as a community of women is that strong is beautiful. Strong is what people are striving for, not skinny. Not, trying to, or thinking about this one way of what feminine looks like.
Correct.
And I think now I've seen a shift in that, and knowing that, like, when you see a woman with strong, a strong physique, and they're taking care of themselves, and they're looking fit and healthy and happy, that's all that matters. And so I think that whole mindset of, I'm going to get too bulky if I lift heavy. First of all, we don't have all the testosterone that the men have, that when they lift heavy, they build. Right. And also, if you think about all the people who actually train to look extremely muscular, women, they compete, they train for hours and hours a day.
Exactly.
And their goal is to gain all that muscle mass, which is beautiful and amazing and incredible. But the amount of effort and work that has to go into doing that, and especially with the nutrition side of things, it's just not. It takes so much devotion that for an everyday athlete who comes in to get their workout in, lift heavy. It's the best thing that you can do.
I'm so happy you said that.
Pick up the heavy weights, and that's what's going to make you feel the strongest, make you look the best, and that old school mindset of looking too bulky is just non-existent.
Yeah. So you guys heard it from Jamie, not from a guy. So
lift the heavy.
Lift heavy, eat good food, and be happy.
Yes, exactly.
So could you tell us a little bit about what is your why? What is that drives you to do this every day?
Yeah, I think I probably have a lot of them, and I'm going to narrow it down. I think one of them for me is I like the feeling of seeing people feel successful, or seeing people feel confident. And when I do that, and I see, after a workout, and you see people like, man, like, that sucked, but I feel really good right now. And the way that when I watch people a lot, I'm one of those, like, observers, and I'm talking a lot now, but I'd rather sit somewhere and just observe than be, like, the center of attention. Yeah. So I do, like, I soak people in when they come into class or when they're leaving, or even my personal training clients, and just to watch their mood and their energy and their eyes change after feeling proud of themselves about something. That is totally what gets me fired up and ready to come back again.
That's good.
And then also my little girls, and I have 2 daughters. So for me to do something where I feel like I'm helping people and also showing them that strength is powerful and it's beautiful, that to me is extremely important, that they see that. And every time, sometimes they have to come to the gym with me, and after class they'd say, "Who did the best today, Mommy? Who did the best in your class?" And I'm like, they all did wonderful. They all did great. They all tried their best. And then they'd say, "Yeah, that's all that matters. They all tried their best."
That's
just trying to instill that.
Yes, that good friendly competition. Yeah,
exactly.
That's excellent. And you're showing your daughters, you're being that change that you want. You're showing your daughters, like, it's okay to be strong. It's okay to want more. It's okay to be ambitious. That is all, and then you're doing that by example. So there's no better way of showing it than you're actually the one doing it instead of saying, "Hey, you guys should do this. It'll be great if you did this." You're doing it. You're putting in the work. And when they grow up, that's going to mean a lot to them to look back. Like that legacy that you're leaving is going to be a huge impact for them.
Thank you. I hope so. And I think to moms listening, to people with children, there's a lot of fighting the guilt when you do take time for yourself. Whether it's, maybe one day I decide to get a babysitter for an hour and I go for a run. Yeah. There's guilt with that, no matter what. Yeah. And then for me, it's acknowledging that I feel the guilt, but then say that I'm doing something better for them in the long run by showing them that I value my own happiness, my fitness, that time that I need for my own well-being, and it's eventually going to hopefully, rub off on them. Absolutely. They're going to do the same thing for themselves, and then I know that when I return, they're getting a better mom.
Absolutely.
And so to avoid that guilt thing is, it's there, but you have to kind of
that's good.
Realize
that's a really good point that you brought out for moms to understand that it's okay to take that time for your overall well-being, and then you obviously come back to your whatever you were planning on doing every single day. Just because you took that half hour or hour away, it doesn't mean, because I've heard that a lot. They're like, "Oh, I feel like a bad mom," or "I feel like I'm abandoning the kids," and it's like it's not that at all. So small progressive steps to get to that, and then come back to it, and now you'll feel even better because you had that break, to focus on yourself, and that's okay. That is okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
So what message would you want to send out to anyone that's listening right now? I'm sure that was a little bit of it.
I think that was a lot of it, especially as for Stronger, like my mom program. It's a huge premise of what it's based on. It's like, come to me, like share this time, take time for you. Whether it's leaving the baby at home, if you don't feel guilty about that, you come and you spend this time on you. That's the most important thing. But I think also it's come as you are is huge for me. I think a lot of people maybe look at whether it's videos that people post of their gyms, or maybe they look at people who attend class and say, "Man, I don't look that way. I don't think I can do it," or maybe it just stops them from doing it. The goal is to just arrive. Once you're there, and that's the hardest part usually, is to get in the car and just drive. And that's why I tell a lot of people, don't think about it. Like literally, just don't think. Just get in your car, drive here, walk in the doors, and then we got you from there. Yep. And eventually, you're going to get to a place where that doesn't even cross your mind anymore. But it takes that first huge brave step to just get there, and that's all you need. So come as you are, and you'll be just fine.
So good. So how can listeners reach you? Like, what is your Instagram handle? Like, what's the best ways to get a hold of you if they want to?
Instagram's fine. My handle is JFitCharlotte. My other Instagram handle for my mom program, Stronger 360, and it's strong, STRONG, and then HER is in there.
Gotcha.
The part.
Yep.
Her.
Yep. I like that.
360, and because we focus on the whole you. And so those are my two Instagrams, and then also email jfitjamie@gmail. But reach out for anything.
Awesome, very good. And we'll have it posted also on the description of the episodes. We'll have the handles at the bottom as well. Perfect. That way, anyone that needs help, any moms that want help with the pregnancy or postpartum, or the Stronger 360 program, please feel free to reach out to Jamie.
Yes, and love that.
And thank you so much, Jamie, for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. And can I just add one more thing?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Of course, please.
A main goal for Stronger 360 is to reach as many people, as many women as possible. And so what I'm kind of joining forces with a couple other amazing women in the community now. Women's health physical therapists to join me, and also a women's health. She's getting certified in the mental side of postpartum. Okay. And so we're gonna be a team now that we're gonna attack everybody.
I like that.
But our main goal is to actually push into businesses and push into gyms and help provide this service for employees and for women everywhere. Starting obviously in Charlotte, main goal is huge, but so if there's any businesses or companies that are interested in providing this service for their moms and their women,
Absolutely.
We'd love to just start reaching as many people as possible.
And that's for the Strong Her
That's
360.
for the Stronger 360.
Okay. Did you want to name the other two trainers that are going to work
Right
with you?
now, for sure, we have Annie Henry, who is a trainer at Block, but she is a physical therapist who's incredible, and she just is now certified also in women's health physical therapy. So we have pelvic floor physical therapists, and Lauren Valentine, who is a trainer in Charlotte as well, and she's the one getting certified in the mental side of postpartum. And then we have one other person, hopefully coming, and Carrie,
Okay.
I'm going to talk to you later. But Carrie McLaughlin, who is a women's health physical therapist as well. So we're
Very
hoping to be a
nice.
team of 4 that just kind of
Yes.
help all moms.
That is fantastic. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing that here.
Thank
And
you.
again, and the best way to reach her, whoever is interested, is her Gmail account and her Instagram account, which will obviously as well be posted on the description. So definitely, please reach out to her if you're wanting to know more and help with this amazing program.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you
Appreciate
got it. No, thank you. And again, and Bruce, my friend, thank you so
Bruce.
much for being here, taking your time as well. Mike, Kent, thank you so much for letting us use this beautiful space that you guys will see
Yes.
probably
I'm not
in a
leaving.
few days. It's gorgeous
I'm
here.
moving
Thank you so much, everybody, and definitely stay tuned for the next one, guys.
Thanks for checking out Fit Talk with Coach Luis. Remember to follow us on social media, on Instagram at Live2Progress and on Twitter at Live2Progress. Stay tuned for more episodes of Fit Talk with Coach Luis coming soon. And remember, always live to progress.